do you want to say the one thing that you think is absolutely key in a curriculum that won't fail all children?
Oh, I think it's let's do things that matter. That sort of thing. Let's do things that really matter to young people. That's all I'll say. Okay. Yeah. I've said enough in the chat, I reckon. So yeah.
Yep. Great. Good. Okay. And Yumna?
Yeah, I think students who understand their own power, their own agency, and their own responsibility in shaping the world are obviously going to be more contributing citizens, and more confident in themselves and their identity. So we need to start by giving students that agency to, collaborate with teachers. And teachers shouldn't be, just teachers as teaching. They should be facilitators of learning. I think someone said it in the chat, but they should be like guides. And teachers can learn from students and students can learn from teachers. There shouldn't be that barrier. So I would say giving students their own agency is really, really important.
That's great, Jumna. Yeah, I totally agree with that. As somebody who's learning a lot of digital skills from my daughter, yeah, I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Regan?
I would say one thing that I noticed was mentioned every single time is life skills and employability skills. I think the way that, well, especially the UK system is really outdated. It's meant to be education prepares you for real life, and it's like a mini society that when you go into society, it kind of prepares you to go into full society and be a full functioning member. But it's obviously completely outdated, and it's in dire need of reform to look at what society is and what a member of society requires now, and the skills, regardless if it's well-being skills, life skills, employability skills, assess that and assess how that is implemented into the curriculum, and an international curriculum or a national curriculum.
Thank you, Regan. Very impassioned. Tom?
I was gonna talk about how, honestly, just like it was mentioned earlier, just breaking the assumptions that are set in the school system, like for example here in the UK and in a lot of other countries, and like others have said, like letting the students actually just like have control over like their own power in the education system.
Excellent. Good. That agency that Yumna mentioned earlier on. Thank you. Ben?
Absolutely. So I think one thing that really so much stood out for me, but I really loved how Julia talked about how well-being was embedded into the curriculum, ring-fence time, right from early ages through to year 9. And when I reflect on my education experience, that certainly didn't happen. I only learned I had mental health last year through Fabienne. And I feel it would be so brilliant to, have that well-being as an opportunity and brand it as an opportunity like Julia did, not as, to be positive and happy about everything, but actually having strategies and having approaches to deal with the challenges, that we have in society. So definitely, yeah, embedding and ring-fencing well-being, as its own separate taught subject, I think would be really powerful.
Thank you, Ben. That's a really good perspective. Christina, did you speak just now, or? I can't remember if you spoke. You didn't
No, haven't.
Yeah. Carry on then, and I'll go on to Julia then. Great.
It's fine. Yeah. For me, yes, just valuing young people's voices, because it seems like I guess well, now I'm like being corrected from Peter, like the English education system doesn't seem to value a lot of young people's voices, which I feel like I've heard from the other speakers, like not valuing the voices that are actually going through the system, and valuing their opinion and how they feel like they would like to be educated and what they would want to learn. And I feel like it seems as if like people are scared in the education system to have such a change where young people can be the ones in control. It's like they're almost scared to give us that power in order for us to be the ones to make the decisions on how we want to learn and how we want to spend majority of our time in a system that we see and are engaged in more than our actual homes.
So you'd like the options that Peter's system gives you, all the different options. You would like that very much, and also the Finnish system manages to give quite a few options. But I think Peter's one really actually is the top one. But anyway, Julia, what do you think?
I think what I will take away from this is the power of student voice and agency, and I love that word that Peter's used, and we've all echoed it as well. So it's nice to be among a group of people of different ages from around the world that are all singing from the same hymn sheet. So that's just a wonderful thing.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Julia. And Charlotte?
Yeah, I completely agree with everything that was said, and particularly what Tom and Yumna were saying about breaking those assumptions and the idea of student agency. And I think really moving away from this sort of standardized idea of what a pupil looks like, of what a student looks like, of what education looks like, and really catering to everyone taking that freedom of choice over their own future and their own learning.
Yeah, okay, that's great. And finally, I think Ian, please.
Something Peter said about not preparing children for the future, but actually doing stuff here and now, doing real important stuff here and now, and it resonates with something. Again, in my wife's school in Rotterdam, part of their mission is to help young people enjoy their childhood, enjoy their youth, and we keep expecting education to be like a training ground for adulthood, and we're missing the chance to be the child. And I think that allowing children to be children will address a lot of the issues that we've touched on today.